talk about 2019. 54 wins for the Baltimore Orioles after a Vegas projection of 59 and a half. 59 and a half was a real projection by Vegas that was put out there, and they still didn't get to it. Pathag says that they should have got to 60, that they should have eclipsed that win total, but they didn't. They are they are set at Westgate at 56 and a half right now. Sean, you're right on the money with your projection at 56 wins. Is there anything that we're betting on for or against? Is there something we're waiting on? Is there a solo? What can we say about the Baltimore Orioles? Is there a betting deliverable out of this team anywhere?
No. In short, they're very similar to the Tigers to me in that they have like one or two guys on their entire roster that I would pick to put on a major league team. If you gave me Trey Mancini and Matt Boyd, maybe Michael Givens, and maybe Ryan Mountcastle, who's one of their prospects, like that's all I want from those two major league rosters. They were the worst defensive team in baseball last year. Their starting pitchers project for 5.3 wins above replacement. If you just pick free agent pitchers, you could get 5 wins above replacement. Their lineup projects for 10.4 wins above replacement. If you just took free agent hitters, you could get to 10.3 wins above replacement. In other words, the Orioles are just as good as a team of handpicked free agents.
But Mark Trumbo's gone. The defense has to be better now that Mark Trumbo's gone, right?
Former Major League home run title winner Mark Trumbo. Yeah, that kind of fell off the face of the earth quick. They still have Chris Davis, so you have another Major League home run title winner there. I believe 2-time winner. They added, Wade LeBlanc, who's always been destined to be an Oriole because he's one of the worst pitchers in baseball. Jose Iglesias, he can play a little defense, maybe helps them out defensively, but other than that, there's pretty much nothing redeeming about this team. Fantasy perspective, Anthony Santander, former Rule 5 guy, had 20 home runs in under 100 games last year. Hits in the 3-hole. Asher Woj, started throwing a cutter last year. He was an independent ball guy. He had like a couple dominant starts, one against the Red Sox that I was on, that he's really stuck in my mind because he showed like a plus breaking ball in that start. And there's a chance if he finds some consistency, he could get traded to a contender and maybe be, a contributor to a contending team. But other than that, I've really got nothing on the Orioles. They're just they're being run, in a way that I think is encouraging now. Michael Elias came from Houston. So they seem to have direction and a plan, and they're going to be more analytically inclined. They were actually shifting their players defensively last year. So even though they were bad defensively, they had an idea of what they were doing instead of just standing in their spots. So they're trending in the right way, even though it doesn't look like it. But I don't think they're going to be any better than they were in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, from a fantasy perspective, Givens usually has higher than a 1-to-1, K per inning ratio. Blown saves come and go, but he's the one that's got the most experience here. But I mean, this could be closer by committee on this team. Trey Mancini, if you're in a points league, he strikes out way too much to roster. Other than that, he's good in a 5x5 standard. Austin Hayes, it never panned out to be in what he thought he was going to be from the prospect. Maybe there's some sort of fantasy zombie going on. Maybe he can find something, catch lightning in a bottle. But, with this team, there's nothing actionable from a win total perspective. I mean, even with a number at 56 and a half, this is a team where there's just not enough talent. As Sean said, like you could handpick a bunch of free agents and still have better talent than what they actually have right now. So there is no, betting deliverable on here.